This week on JordanJaunts.
We take the coastal walk from Costa Adeje to Los Cristianos. What we expected to be a simple seaside stroll turns out to be full of surprises.
With great views, a few bar stops and a reminder of why Tenerife might be one of the best winter destinations in Europe. Good morning.
Hello.
Today we're leaving our hotel in Costa Adeje and we're heading to Los Cristianos.
Now we're all equipped and we're walking it. Come with us. We were staying at the KN Panoramica Heights. There's a clue in the name.
There's certainly a clue in the name. Definitely needed a Sherpa to get up the hill, but we did okay. We walked down and we walked up roughly about half an hour into town. But was it fantastic, the hotel? I would say it was pretty basic. It was nice, but after the walk you need a nice bed, don't you? You need a nice comfy bed, and I would say it's probably one of the hardest beds I've had in a hotel, so that wasn't great. Apart from that, all good. We'll see how this walk goes because we get heavy rucksacks. I'm not quite sure how long it takes to get from Adeje to Cristianos, and I suppose it's the whole thing. I'm saying we're staying in Los Cristianos. No idea whereabouts. It's an Airbnb. It could be way up in the hills, the same as this one. So you may see us hopping on a bus later, or you might not. 2 minutes down the hill and we've stopped at a Danish bakery. So we're a bit hungry. This walk's taken out of us.
That was a great wee snack. Not brilliant when we're still more than an hour away, but we're on our way.
Scotland. If you've not watched us before, we're JordanJaunts and we have been travelling the world YouTubing.
We're doing a series of videos from Tenerife here. We've heard so much about it, we can't wait to see what the hype is. So if you want to follow along in this series, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos.
And we're going to share what is our favourite resort out of Adeje, Cristianos and Las Américas. We were in La Flaca the other night. It was fantastic, really inviting in the evening. Great pizza. But one thing I'm finding here is the food and drink in restaurants is quite low cost. As anywhere, you've got a big range, but on average it's certainly cheaper than the UK. This isn't going well. 5 minutes on the road, we've been to the Danish bakery and we're in to get a pint. Will we ever get to Cristianos today? Loving Tenerife. I'm already £100 up. £100 at my bank account just because I came here.
How's that, James?
Nicola always talks about she's not drinking, and every time I get beer, she gets a water, she puts the difference into her bank account. Coming to Tenerife, €2 for the beer, $3.50 for the water, $1.50 every time for me. It's an absolutely brilliant place to come.
I've got to say I'm finding it difficult not drinking here. Everywhere else it's been okay, here's quite difficult. Because it just feels like the place you could just kick back, relax, grab a beer and a glass of wine and just chill. And just along from Fañabé there's Torviscas Beach. It's a really great setup here. And up there is the Moonlight Bar. That's where we met Scotsman Kev the other day. It was really nice to meet him, wasn't it?
It was brilliant to meet Scotsman Kev. Great guy. Good fun. It was actually really good fun. And that's what I think YouTube's all about.
Yeah.
Meeting some brilliant people and learning. Look at this water park beside me. Definitely need a cool down. If only I had time. Actually, I can't believe how busy it is here. The end of February and it feels like it's midsummer. Just so different from so many places we've been, particularly out of season. We have been really unfortunate with some of the weather we've had in some of our trips. Tenerife has not let us down. We are getting weather perfection here. 28 degrees today and it's just been roasting every day. What an ideal place to come for winter sun.
Along the coast here, I've been pleasantly surprised by the water. I don't know if I thought because we're in the Atlantic it might not be as nice, but the water's really clean, clear, and it's a decent temperature for getting in, even in February. Here at Puerto Colón, you can hire jet skis and get yourself in a banana boat, parasailing too. Great place to visit.
What a beautiful beach club. Can't believe Nicola booked one so far away. That would have been ideal. Well, like, yeah, just try to save a fiver. This place has something for everyone. I am loving the way it seamlessly goes from one resort into the other. You wouldn't even really know she'd moved. It's just so perfect. What a brilliant walk. "34 degrees, feels like it's get warmer as we come into Las Américas." I wonder if it's as good a value as Adeje. And I also wonder, is it as nice as Adeje, because it will take some beating.
First impressions are it feels older than Adeje. There's definitely just a bit less polish. Might be wrong, we'll keep looking.
Not feeling the love the same way I did in Adeje yet. Things may change as we walk further along, but beaches are just okay. Which is probably, this is probably what I would expect Tenerife to look like.
We haven't shared with you yet our reason for moving. We're sharing it with you very soon. This is just going to be a pass-through, a whistle-stop tour of Las Américas. In this series we will come back because we want to be honest and give you our impressions. First impressions, definitely prefer Adeje, but open to being wrong. So if you're watching this thinking, you're in the wrong bit, you have to go somewhere different, please let us know. Yeah?
Cheers. Officially the cheapest pint I've had here, €150. Yeah, you heard me right, €150. Class. So is Las Américas cheaper than Adeje or Cristianos? Let's continue to understand and find out, Nicola.
Yeah, it does seem that way so far, but we'll keep looking. If you've watched our videos before, you'll know we've got a daughter, Hannah, who's been on the channel when we were in Bansko. Got a son, Mark, who was in our just most recent videos with James. And we've also got another son, Thomas. And we're meeting Thomas today. So this will be his debut on our YouTube channel, so make sure you're nice to him. I decided I needed a wee stop. This looks lovely. Papagaya or something. Very nice. Take a seat.
Cheers. What a lovely stop at Papagaya here in Las Vegas. We've arrived at Veronica's, the famous strip in Las Vegas. Now this is the beach side. We'll come back another time and let you see what happens when the sun goes down. I'm sure it'll be a completely different place.
I am pleasantly surprised. From the things I've heard about Veronica's strip, this is not what I expected. This is really quite nice. It's got nice bars and restaurants, pretty cool. I'd expected a lot more tacky, so this is good to see.
I certainly never expected a Monte Carlo bar. I'm hoping the coastline gets nicer as we get to Cristianos, because I've not been impressed with the beaches at Las Vegas at all. Feel like we swim, Nicola? Cool you down?
Honestly, I think that looks like a horror. I don't think I would enjoy going in there. Look how busy it is.
Nah, not at all. That's the Sol Hotel. It looks as though it's been here since the 60s, 70s. But there's something for everyone here, and we all like different holidays, so there you are.
One of the comments from our most recent video said they would never come here because it's just full of Brits. What I'm noticing is there are lots of different nationalities here. Lots of Dutch, lots of Spanish, lots of French. So it seems like the whole of Europe wants to come down here in the winter. Look at the surfers, and the surf is perfect, I imagine. Not that I speak from experience. I've tried surfing twice, never managed to stand up. Maybe just not my sport, or maybe I should keep trying. But it feels like if you couldn't do it at 30 or 40, probably can't do it at 50 either.
That looks a lovely place to spend your afternoon in the OA Beach Club. Feels a lovely place here. Wow, look at this. This is tremendous.
This is unexpected and completely different from where we've been so far. This makes this very interesting. Look at the snow in the mountain. I didn't expect to see that in Tenerife. Now apparently we had wanted to go up to El Teide, to the mountain, which is the third biggest volcano in the world and the highest mountain in Spain, but we couldn't because the road was closed due to snow. Now when I heard that I didn't believe it, but there's some snow up there, so maybe it's true. Tax here is lower, it's around 7% compared to 21% in mainland Spain, so you get some great deals here in the shops. If you're a shopper, good place for you to come.
The Hard Rock Cafe Resort looks a cracker. This place feels so chic. Not what I expected. Loving it though. It's completely different from anywhere in the walk along this whole coastline so far. Wow. I'm sure if you've been here lots of times, you'll be like, what's surprising about it? But bit surprising for us. First time here, not what I expected. It feels so polished, it feels very modern. It's not some of the sort of videos I've been watching. But we'll see what's to come. But this definitely feels like a wee mini Beverly Hills.
This here is more of what I expected, with the high rise, the buildings from the 70s, the cheap eats and the cheap drinks. Though a cheap drink would be good right now.
Now that feels tempting to get in that sea. It's absolutely roasting today.
It really is. The beach is really busy. In fact, the whole place is really busy. It's great here in February. Got to love it.
It is a bit like Wacky Races, to be fair. I don't think I've seen so many sort of buggies and scooters, and they're rentable for about €70 a week, so good value. But I'm not sure everyone that's on them needs to be on them.
Well, we're here finally. It's taken a while, but I'm glad to be here. I'm tired of the bag.
Oh, it's a heavy bag. It's a heavy bag in this heat. It's been a cracking walk along the coast here, and it's just so joined up. It's brilliant being able to go from Adeje into Las Américas into Cristianos. Brilliant to be here. Time for us to look for our Airbnb, and probably more importantly, meet Thomas.
Yep, so we'll see you in our next video when we're going to show you Los Cristianos. Bye for now.
Bye.